Plastic circular economy. So what is this? Overall, the economy can be of two types. One is called as a linear economy. So let's start with the linear economy. Linear economy. So this is your linear economy. Linear economy, the funda is very simple. Take, make, use, and dispose. So what are the 4 steps? Take from whom? Take from the environment. Make where? Make in the factories. Use where? Either in the industries or by the consumers. 4, dispose of where? Back to the environment. Yeah. So you're taking from the environment and you're dumping the waste product in the environment, which means it's a double whammy situation for the environment. On one hand, you're depleting the resource. On the other hand, you're making it dirtier and unfit for your own living. Okay, so this is your linear economy. So in other words, what you will always remember is linear economy generates waste. This is one thing you should remember. And try to remember these 4 catchy phrases. Take, make, use, and dispose. That's your linear economy. Plastic circular economy. Plastic circular economy is what? Plastic circular economy we have discussed under the government initiatives. This also came a few slides later, but I want you to remember. You can make a point or a note there. The same. Put a star mark also here. No? This is the same point what we are discussing now. India Plastic Pact, where I touched on the plastic circular economy. Yeah. So India is the first Asian country to launch. That is why we are studying it. That's why it came in the newspaper. Who are all the organizations? Worldwide Fund for Nature, India. Okay, and CII, they have joined together. Now, what is the key part? It brings all stakeholders and sets time-bound, target-based commitments. What should each one do as a target, and when should each one do as a time? Okay. Now it has a lot of, I would say, fairly. The target has been set really high, wherein they are talking of defining a list of unnecessary or problematic plastic packaging, and they are also saying in by 2030 or so, 100% of the plastic waste should be either reusable or recycled. So it's quite a tall aim. Okay. Now, what is it that they are trying to do in this plastic circular economy or the India Plastic Pact is can be best understood. We see how a circular plastic economy works. How a circular plastic economy works, and what are all the driving factors for a circular plastic economy. So let's take this picture. Maybe let's call this as 1. You are producing. I am deliberately not taking remanufacturing now, but I'll come to it. You are producing the plastic, let's say. You are distributing it. The consumer uses it. After using, maybe the municipality or the government agency, they collect it. Let's say this is municipality, this is the consumer. This is the consumer. This is municipality. And from there is recycling happens. So recycling is again done by the recyclers, who are usually the private sector guys. Now what have they done? So you have used a plastic water bottle, it has come to the recycler. The recycler has melted the plastic water bottle to make something else. Let's say sheet, plastic sheet. Now that plastic sheet, something more gets added. Yeah, here a value addition takes place. Either he can send it as a plastic sheet, or let's say from recycler he made a plastic sheet and they have taken some mold and they have let's say melted these sheets together to form something like plastic utensils. That is where this design is coming. Yeah, the recycled one is made as a raw material which can be used in different industries. Then you have a plastic utensil. Now the plastic utensil will again, so that is the production here. Yeah, so at the time of plastic utensil, if it's here, then once again it goes into the same thing. But it is not exactly the same circle, it's a different circle, having the same components. Because earlier it was plastic bottle, now it has become a plastic utensil. Okay. Now, what has happened here? The plastic was produced once from the, let's say 1 ton of plastic bottle was produced. Out of that, maybe 700 kilograms of plastic utensils are produced in the next cycle. So what has happened? The waste is now only 30%. 70% has been utilized. So that's an example of circular economy. Unlike the linear economy, which was you take, you make, you use, and you dispose. Here, if you look at it, the word dispose is getting replaced by recycling and collection. Collection and recycling. Okay, so you're not disposing of to the environment. Now, what is this green color circle in the middle? And it has these three terms: economics, sustainability, regulation. So what does this mean? The circular plastic economy is driven by regulation. What does this mean? The collection is as per the regulation. Recycling is as per the regulation. Yeah, how it should be collected, where recycling should happen, where the recycler should be located, what are the safety precautions that the recycler should take. All that is defined in regulation. Okay. Now, why are we doing so much regulation? Is to ensure that the development is sustainable. So, circular plastic economy is a means of sustainable development. You can very confidently say that it's a means of sustainable development, which means the objective of a circular plastic economy is sustainability. The driving force is regulation, but the stakeholders in it will get into the business of circular economy only if it is remunerative. Therefore, there needs to be an economics of the plastic economy, of the circular plastic economy. Once all these three things comes, then only the whole process itself will be sustainable. Okay, so circular plastic economy, the objective is move towards sustainable development, and it is driven by regulation because you need to have the force of law to make people drive towards a particular thing. But law alone will not be sufficient. It has to be profitable. Therefore, you have economics. That's why these three parts of what cycle? Recovery and recycling circle. Okay, so this in simple words is circular plastic economy.